Hello everyone, I'm Candace. This is Eclectic Coach, and this is your reading about how to release what is holding you back. And what I did is I tuned in and I pulled some cards to kind of look at like what your central issue is. And I just want to take a quick deep breath and allow positive energy into the space and invite in your guides and your ancestors. So I'm just going to say a quick little prayer here. Light a little bit of sage. And Great Spirit, we invite you into this reading. We ask that all messages are clear, accurate, and helpful, and that whoever finds themselves here gets exactly what they need to do exactly this, release whatever's holding them back. So I don't water down my readings and just apply it to every situation. It's just not my style. I don't think that that's useful. So we're going to do a quick vibe check. And either this is resonating with you, please don't force the messages, or it isn't. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell because I do take breaks and it will let you know of upcoming content. And also keep your eye out for my deck. I'm coming up with these decks that I'm finally finishing. So keep your eyes open for that. And let's jump into your reading. Okay. So when I peeked at this before, what I got was an individual seeker, somebody who receives their own intuitive guidance, their own intuitive messages, who can pay attention to the signs from spirit, who's on their own seeking path. And what is holding you back, if this is your reading, is traditional perspectives. Maybe it's within a religion or a family or a work institution, and what I'm hearing is we don't do things like that. So there's very much this group think, and you are wanting to tune in to your higher nature and the light within you and what's connected and follow your own path. But what I'm seeing is that there's kind of a push and pull, and I'm seeing these two figures here, kind of male and female. So maybe related to parents, related to church, related to a hierarchical institution, and you're really being called out on a new path. I'm getting that this might be a little scary. It might be a little different, even if it's not some major life change. Although for some of you, what I'm getting is that's holding you back is you're being called on this grand life adventure where you're following the signs and the omens and this life soul adventure, and you still have these responsibilities and these traditional mindsets that, for the purposes of this reading, in terms of what's holding you back, are making you feel limited. Maybe it's just this cultural expectation about what it means to be a man, what it means to be a woman, maybe non-conforming gender roles. Maybe this is just coming through, obviously, for some of you, if you're Indian, or there's just something about traditions and maintaining family traditions. Obviously, not all of you are going to be from India, but maybe there's this way of approaching life that is somehow different from your customs and your culture, is what I'm getting. And maybe even your religious institution. And you really, what I'm getting is that you really long, long for, okay, so I'm having some throat chakra stuff. That could be mine, but maybe you're having trouble speaking your own truth because this light is coming up from her chest, her heart, her throat chakra. Maybe you're having trouble speaking your own truth, and I'm hearing the eagle cry. So, and maybe this is about you. If this is very specific, if you were from a traditional like Indian family and there was arranged marriage, or there's just something about, or maybe old money in your family, and They want you to date and marry somebody from this institution, this kind of school, but you're ready to sing your own song. You're ready to step into your own independence and leadership, and you're feeling hindered in some way. Okay, I think we've kind of covered that portion of it. I'm hearing top, so I'm supposed to pull more from these cards. Okay, so that's the situation. Okay, so I'm getting to ask about something good about you, so that you can start to feel comfortable and confident within yourself. Group 1. And what I'm getting is, what I'm hearing is you're quite the contender. You have these really interesting elements to your personality that allow you to see down to the very detail. You have this sort of grit, this sort of determination. So if you're seeking to go out on your own and forge this new path, you need to know, like, you're very, very good at seeing the details and chewing your way, like, right through it. I'm also hearing to tell you to work with complementary power animal energy. So if you're naturally drawn to these eagles here and you want to rise above and you tend to see the big picture, know that you're quite capable of seeing the minute, tiny details. And with this dog here, I think it's a coyote. You're very adaptable, and you can mix it up even within the group. Even though this speaks of competition, it doesn't feel like that. It's more like sparring is what I'm getting. And you have these just really interesting capabilities and characteristics about you. So Spirit really just wanted to acknowledge that and to work with both. Yeah, that's the thing. You can do both. You can see the big picture and you can then dial it in and see the minute details. So know that as it pertains to this situation in terms of what's holding you back, is you can see the grand soul picture of things, but you can also see the day-to-day tiny little details in the paperwork and everything. That's interesting. There's something about paperwork. I don't know how that applies. Maybe you can let me know. But it relates to hierarchy, to tradition, to the traditional path versus this longing to go in this free soul. But you're quite tough. You're very tough. I see you as being this person here. Very strong-minded. You can get in there. You're quite the contender. So know that about yourself. Yeah, it might feel big and it might feel like there's a lot of weight to the expectation that you feel to go on this more, but you're good. You've got that fighting spirit and it's your path and it's your destiny. So just, so I'm hearing continue to ascend. So even if you feel different, this card, whenever I see this character in this card and I'm told to draw from this deck, I see somebody who is sort of outcasted. It's the Five of Swords, but there aren't other people like there typically are. They just feel non-conformative, and maybe that's it too with this card. Maybe, I don't want to get into this, but maybe there's just things about gender and how you feel about yourself. Know that your power is within how you see yourself, not in getting acknowledgement from this hierarchical system of family, of church, of a company that you're with, of whatever. It's about, like, continue to ascend and go your own way. So kind of just, yeah. So it's kind of leading up in this So move up in the vibrational awareness of what's happening. Let go of the pain, the disappointments, the unmet expectations. You're not here to meet other people's expectations. I'm hearing a line from Wayne Dyer: don't complain and don't explain. Get on your own path, get outside, put your eyes to the sky, look for a sign, and you'll be told where to go. The power and the direction is within you and all around you. So you can let go of the limiting beliefs of others. You're very strong. You've got a strong mind. I'm hearing self-satisfaction is where it's at. It's go out and talk to the birds. Listen to the birds. If you have a pet bird, hang out with it. Go to a bird sanctuary. Just enjoy being out in nature, appreciating the abundance. I think there's like a Bible verse, and I can't remember what it is, but it's something about the birds and how they don't worry and how we're not supposed to worry, and all your needs will be taken care of. And I'm seeing, if this is about, I'm seeing you being very abundant as you ascend and go your own way and just feel more joy and communicate and talk with whoever and whatever. Maybe it's the animals that you really relate to, and maybe you feel like you're just not quite fitting in this group or this institution, and maybe you need to be around your pets. Or out in nature, connecting, communicating. If it's leaving an institution and going your own way, you're going to be very successful, very strong, very successful. But yeah, walking away from the conflict and the unnecessary thoughts and words and being around like-minded people, hanging out with your pet that gets you. Yes, you can fight, but I'm hearing lay down your sword. So there's a time to have debate and conflict and conversation. But no, it's about friendly communication with people you like and like you and value you and understand this big vision that you have and that encourage you and that see your heart and the light that shines from it. And if this institution doesn't value you and you feel like you're always at odds and fighting something, although you're very strong and capable, as we can see from here, lay down your sword and transform. And rise to the sky, like rise above this heaviness. That means very specifically, in terms of releasing what holds you back, hang out with like-minded people who get you, or your pets, or animals, or the birds, doing things that make you feel free, expressing, like I think of colorful birds and colorful and loud birds, like eagles can be sometimes, and colorful butterflies is like this transcendent, colorful expression. Lay down these thoughts. Understand, too, that part of this is necessary for your transformation. Your story would be really boring and uninteresting if there was nothing that you were walking away from and walking towards. Like that just wouldn't. We're all here with our own unique soul story. Transformations are endless. And right now, you're just moving into such a beautiful phase. You're going to have so much more fun, so much more self-satisfaction, such a feeling of richness and abundance. So many things to be excited about. Drop the conversation about, and also if you're walking away from a particular religious organization or something and you're pursuing this more holistic path or whatever, sometimes people can get caught in ruminating and talking about it and perpetuating the conflict. You are specifically being told not to talk about it. Let it go. Let it go. And I'm being told just be. Be out in nature. This fighting spirit is great, but take that energy. You're going to need it for your transformation. Okay, so let's see how we are on time. Okay, so a few more cards. Is there anything else that they can do? Be around like-minded friends, not talk about what it is that they're trying to move away from. Knowing how strong they are. What else? Okay, what I'm getting is you've got a lot of options. This is going to open up a whole new world. You know, unlike in some cards where there's different things in these cups, it's all good. It's all beautiful. Just abundance, abundance, abundance. Being out in nature when you're considering your options. Go for a walk when you're considering your options. Talk to a tree when you need to let something go and you need to let something die in order to transform. Go face north, put your hand on a tree and listen. And it's a shamanic technique that tree can tell you about the death cycle because it does it all the time. But these trees are full of color and life, and these cups are full of abundance. So just keep focusing on all the goodness and the abundance that you're attracting, and turn your gaze and your attention completely away from this conflicting, heavy, binding energy that you feel like has sought to conform you or put you in a box. You're free. You're already free. Feel your freedom, enjoy your freedom, reflect upon your freedom, reflect upon all the beauty and the good, interesting, friends, furry critters and feathered ones, and whoever you feel connected to in your heart and your soul. But there is a special relationship with birds. So you might see them in your dreams. Just start paying attention to what they're doing around you in your environment. If you have a pet bird, spend extra time with it. And I'm hearing be mindful of what you are saying. So if you do this, what do they have to look forward to? Okay, the Ten of Swords reversed. So what I'm getting is, instead of you feeling like a shell of yourself, kind of going through the motions, just trying to do what's expected of you, again, the butterfly transformation here, you're going to feel more solid. You're going to feel grounded. You're going to feel more present. You're not going to be disassociated when you show up to your life. You're going to feel like grounded, sensual, connected to the earth, connected to the atmosphere, connected to the wildlife, connected to all of life. And it's not going to just be a set of doctrine and rules for you, implied or written or whatever. It's going to be this lived, deep, rich experience that you're really able to ground into, that creates abundance and money and bloom for you. And you're going to live such a more colorful life that's authentically you. Yeah, the Emperor's in reverse. So this stodgy way, the Emperor can be a little stodgy. So that's going to be in reverse. You're just going to feel like you're not bound. You don't need to answer to something. If some of you feel oppressed by the patriarchy, that's going away. I don't like to harp on that too much. We appreciate masculine energy on this channel. Really do. But sometimes it can feel unhealthy. It can feel very oppressive. And for you, that's what's holding you back. And you're going to feel more connected to your body, your light, your life force. And I'm so excited for you. So Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. I'd love to hear about what this means for you in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next reading. Also, I've got a description of my coaching services. I'd love to work with you and support you on your path. All right, see you in the next one. Okay, hello everyone. I'm Candace. For those of you who picked piece 2, this is a fun way for me to share my art, and I just love working with color. And so this is a way for me to share these readings and my love of personal growth and my years and years of study. And if you would like support with coaching, I do a 4-part Oracle coaching where we meet for an hour and we really tune into what's going on in your life. We do many, many readings. We do lots of exercises, but you get accountability and support to follow through. All right, so so this is part of what's holding you back, related to some sort of creative project. So this is a vibe check. Flippers only on the table. Let me know what is holding group 2 back. Okay, so for you, and only take it if it resonates. If it doesn't, you might need to go to another reading. But there is some situation, and I'm getting, for some of you, it's family. There are like cousins or aunts and uncles or brothers and sisters or parent-in-laws or whatever. I don't know why, but some of you it's family, some of you it's work, some of you it's school, but you are doing the majority of the work. Now, this is about letting go of what's holding you back, but part of the reason why you take on so much work is because you are just so good at, you just got it on point. Like you're just able to just manage things without breaking a sweat. And so you're taking on a lot. But I'm wondering if your bag is getting a little heavy with the workload. Okay, confirmation. Here. Yeah, this is related to a friend group. A lot of 3 energy here. So coming together as a part of a group. And maybe even as a friend, you're showing up and you're doing all the work. You are the go-to friend. When they're sad, when something's going on with them, you are listening. When they've had a breakup, you're over there with a pint of ice cream and a fun romantic comedy to watch, or the girls' night out, or the bachelor thing, or bachelorette thing, the organizing of the events. Yeah, something to do with a creative project, or maybe a planning of a party, or some work-related project. Some of it's creative. Now, I'm not getting that it's all bad. It's not all bad. Lots of things, and you're doing them so well. Spirit wants to let you know you're doing things really well. Real quick, yeah, so I'm supposed to keep going. All right. Yeah, Great Spirit, I just invite you into this reading real quick and just ask that you bring through only messages that are clear, helpful, and accurate to whoever's meant to hear them. Okay. All right. So, what do they need to know about the situation? Flippers only on the table. Okay, this deck. Thanks for bearing with me, you guys. All right, this one. Okay, let's see here. What do they specifically need to know? Flippers only on the table. I'm hearing to take the one on top. So, good luck. So actually what I'm getting to let you know is that you're giving nature. You're such a queen. You're such a, you're so on top of things, and you've got your stuff on point. And I'm seeing this crown here and a lot of this yellow solar plex energy and fun with friends. Yeah, feel good about yourself. Feel good about everything that you're doing, the expertise that you bring, the fun, unique qualities and laughter that you have. You've got it so together that you have good luck. And just knowing that is really, really important. Okay, so in terms of what's holding you back. Okay, so what part of this is holding them back? What part of this is holding them back? Okay. Okay, so for some of you, you really needed this message because you've been seeing yourself as limited, but it's just like so many people adore you and value you and or just admire how well you keep everything rolling, and you're viewing yourself as somehow being limited. Nine of Wands. So, yes, you are very gregarious. Yes, you are very talented. Yes, you've got this whole creative bent. Yes, you can work really hard and it looks like you're not breaking a sweat. Sometimes you get into this limiting feeling. It puts you into a defensive mode. Then you can get kind of stern, kind of cold. So I'm just seeing this dichotomy between this, oh, okay, you're fun, you're beautiful, you're radiant. But when you start seeing yourself as limited, as confused, as not knowing what's up, and you start seeing yourself in this distorted way as lonely, you go into defensive mode, you get really intense. There's something about the way you look at people too. Maybe you give people a look or a squint. I'm just really drawn to the intensity of her eyes and just, okay, yeah, so you can get really heavy if you're doing the majority of the workload, even though you know you can do it. And this can make you feel tired and frustrated, and then you can get a little cold. Now, maybe that's not always such a bad thing. All right, let's see here. All right, so what exactly is the advice? Okay, so if you want more of this joy, warmth, happiness, fun, friendship thing, and you don't want to go into defensive, even, I'm hearing even offensive sometimes mode, because you start to get a little spooked or you get a little resentful because if you're doing all the work, it's just important for you to know how loved, how capable, how beautiful, how talented you are so that you don't get into the self-critical, I'm hearing distortion, body dysmorphia, like not liking yourself, never feeling quite good enough, not feeling powerful. Then you oscillate, or you just, like a pendulum, you just swing to the other side. You get very defensive. And then defensive to offensive. So how do they stay in this just so that it's fun? Just because you can doesn't mean you should take on. Yeah, you are deserving. There's just something or a habit that maybe you picked up earlier on in life, and it would be good for you to look at. Because I'm just seeing this person looking in the mirror, seeing all these swords represent thoughts, and some of them are like stabbing her, and she's just not feeling, and it's a red color, root chakra supported, good about herself, strong in her power. She's feeling confused, she's feeling limited, she's feeling bound. And what you're being... So you don't always have to take on the lion's share of the responsibility or the work and wear yourself out in your friendships, in your work groups, at school. Like, you can do your part and you're deserving, because maybe there was something that's caused this distorted view of yourself when you were really young, and it would be really good to see where it originated from and who it originated from, and if it's even your thought or if you just absorb like some big thought form. But it's almost like you have to overgive, overachieve, look perfect, perform, because there's a lack of feeling deserving and a need to feel perfect. And just kind of when you get tired, you get a little very stern and very intense. So, and you can start to deny, see how she's kind of cold and uncomfortable? Deny this radiant, warm, feminine energy because you got to perform, you got to do, you got to get it done. And you deserve to be held by the universe and to experience that peace. So how can they go more into feelings of deservingness? Okay, so that all fell off the table. Like, it took 5 cards with it. Okay. Flippers only on the table. I'm hearing focus on your own priorities and be clear about where you're investing your time and energy. You've got nothing to prove to anybody. And yeah, just rest comfortably because you're so talented. Do your thing, but don't do extra all the time to prove something. You're a great friend. Enjoy yourself. Laugh. He's kind of got like a funny look on his face, like he's amused by something. So get amused by something, or one of your friends. Send each other funny text messages, like reinvigorate that joy, that laughter. See the sarcasm, the humor in things. Know that you're deserving. Don't take on extra work to prove something to people who aren't paying attention, because that will send you into a weird defensiveness. Anything else? It's more about this color, this light color. So like if you're a feminine woman and, or not, or whatever, consider wearing like light pink colors. Just the color is speaking to me more than the actual card because of these colors here and deservingness. These light purples, these light greens, these soothing, healing colors. Oh, I'm hearing rest. Yeah, you gotta let yourself rest. Let yourself go into that dreamy space. It's gonna feed some of your creativity and help create that balance. So, okay, let's just say you know you need to rest, but you're a worker. You like to push, you're a queen, you get it done. You know that a lot of your luck comes, because you go out seeking abundance and you give extra. Because although you sometimes go into this distorted view, you've got this very proud, confident side too. So in order to temper that, what I'm getting is, I get that you want to feel productive and like you're contributing and all that. You can still do productive things like listen to hypnosis, do visualization, meditation, astral travel, dream work, shamanic journeying, do other productive things sort of in this liminal realm that are also associated with rest. Meditation is a good one. And it will create a balance within this hard-working nature of yours. Because what you need some balance. And to see yourself as this just fun, fun, super creative, talented person that you are. Okay, so that's it. Thank you so much for those of you who picked group 2, and I will see you in another reading. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Hello everyone, I'm Candace. This is Eclectic Coach, and for those of you who picked group 3 on releasing what holds you back, let's do a quick prayer and invite in Spirit. Great Spirit, we invite you and the archangels and the ascended masters and any beings in spirit that are guiding and supporting the viewer today, whoever they might be. I ask that these messages be clear, helpful, and accurate. And so it is. Amen. Okay, so I'm hearing to take these 2 cards. Okay, so for those of you who picked group 3, also be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Don't know if I said that. I feel like I keep saying that over and over. And a description of my coaching services will be at the end of the video. I'd love to support you in not only tuning into your guidance, but following through on it so that you can actually see results. All right, very specifically. So this is a very specific message, and it's not going to apply to everybody, but you want to travel in some way. So the situation is you want more freedom. You want more time, space, money, freedom to travel, to explore, to try things. For some of you, it's a very literal example of wanting to travel, but not having your schedule, your lifestyle, money, something like that to support it. And that's what you feel like is holding you back, is you just have this desire to expand, to see different things, to open your mind, to experience different cultures, food, art, but you feel confined in some way. But I do see that you are looking for a way out. You're looking for that inspiration. And for some of you, you just want freedom, the freedom to roam, more options in love or life. I'm just getting the image of a Sagittarius now. I have a Sagittarius stellium in the 12th house and my South Node. So yeah, like you want to travel, you want to explore, and you're feeling kind of bound. All right, so Spirit, what are other messages what do you want them to know just right now about their situation? Okay. So what I'm hearing very specifically is you're one brilliant idea away from transforming the situation, of reaching through the cage. Oh, and I just saw it. She has this key here. This key. Oh, this dragonfly is bringing her a key, and this woman, this older woman, is giving her a coin. So, very specifically, if you're feeling like you don't have the means to travel, you might get something from a family member who can help you, an older person, a mentor, a wiser person who can quite literally help you financially travel. But I'm also getting that very specific, or somebody might give you a trip or give you an opportunity, but keep your mind open. It's really coming from the mind. This idea. Don't toss away an idea. Just be open to it. And if somebody reaches out and offers you something, even if it looks slightly different than what you expected or where you thought you wanted to go, you just want to get out of your cage and go see what's going on. So take whatever opportunity. Now, I don't mean to infuse fear. You can always ignite another opportunity, and we live in an infinite universe. but it's just easier when you follow the guidance, because that's why you're here, right? So you're just one creative idea away. And help is on the way to support you in this initiative to travel. Okay. Also, for some of you, there might be a significant relationship that's on your mind. And should I stay? Should I go? Should I let it live? Should I let it die? You're being called to transform, but there's still an energy of holding on to that. So maybe it's like a family situation where you just... Also, what I'm getting is, if you want to travel, like you and your partner want to travel, you want to do something to travel, your mother and father-in-law or parents might really be able to help with the kids. So that's a very specific thing, like reach out to family, ask if they can help you, instead of insisting that you can't travel and it's just too hard and what are we going to do? We have a baby, da-da-da-da-da. All this stuff. Ask for your family's material help and support. And then for some of you, if you're single, you're just a creative idea away. And if you are in a relationship, I'm getting, because I see you guys holding hands off here, almost like you're imagining it in this distant land or something. So maybe visualize travel with your partner. Come together and visualize it. But there's some aspect of your relationship that needs to die because it's becoming very stagnant, and you guys need to get out there and feel some sense of freedom. And maybe that's it too. One of the things that's holding you back is just this relationship hasn't transitioned into whatever it needs to. Or I'm just getting if you are happy and together, there's just some stagnant energy, and you guys need to go and like revitalize your relationship and have fun. Some of you, though, you're contemplating on whether or not this relationship needs to die. All right, so let's get messages for the single person, the person in relationship that needs to revitalize, and the person in relationship that's like, should this die? So 3 things. What does the single person need to know here? Flippers only on the table. Okay, use this one. Top one. Okay, so the card I thought I was going to keep, the grieving, I'm not. It's about prosperity and feeling like you need to feel like you have enough in order to travel comfortably. And I'm also getting something about travel groups, or somebody who's been somewhere before, or somebody who has a timeshare, or somebody who has a travel opportunity that they can't take that they're going to give to you. Be really open, because this really applies to you. You're one creative thought away. Now, if you're a family or a couple that needs to get away and that has kids, what do you need to know? This will bring compassion back to your relationship and an ability to see eye to eye. Because when we get really overburdened with our responsibilities and all the things we got to do, sometimes we can be frustrated. And sometimes why can't we get away? Why can't we do anything? Just this lack of... I'm hearing, get away and show each other compassion. Because there's something about the day-to-day grind. And I'm hearing, start infusing your relationship with compassion now. Okay. And then, what about the couples with kids that are feeling like that? Okay, what about the relationship that if it's not working? Let's see here. So there will be justice. And maybe if you're holding on because you just haven't felt like there's been justice, there's going to be justice. And there's going to be balance. But something has gone out of balance and maybe it just needs to die. With regard to your, and maybe some of you are in a relationship that you need to just like let go of. Accept the help from family. You're one creative idea away from freedom, travel, movement, and maybe you just need to realize that it hasn't been fair, it hasn't been balanced, and you need to let it go. But with love and with compassion. Okay, what else? Another sword thing. Yeah, so don't be beaten up on yourself about how you wish that things could have gone differently, how you wish that you were more free. If this is the ending specifically of a relationship, this ruminating isn't going to help you. Starting and thinking about what the solutions is going to help you. So get up early in some morning and see it from some higher perspective. Go watch the sunrise. Remember that you're free, that you have lots of options, that creative ideas and solutions are coming to you, and they're happening in their own divine timing. Trust all of this. It's going to feel so liberating when you are able to rise above it. And that's really what it is. Like, rise above whatever challenges you've had. Start thinking of creative ideas. Get up early. Start thinking of just some things that you can do to introduce more freedom into your life and with compassion for yourself and anyone involved, because anything else is just going to clog up your thinking and cloud your perspective and send you shortly thereafter, if you're into condemning thoughts, which we all get into, it's going to just cause self-rumination and you're going to feel like it's going to block your creative idea. So don't do any, I don't know if you can see this card, he's just tripping out. Don't do that. Keep reaching for new, creative, fresh ideas for how you can expand the freedom in your life. Get up early. Get first and last light in your eyes, I'm hearing to tell you. And trust the process. Because this might not be happening in your time frame. So just allow and just be at peace and enjoy the abundance and the freedom that's all around you. Start focusing on the feeling of freedom. And compassion will help you feel not caged in anymore. Justice will be served. There will be reciprocity. You will have the support that you need. You will come up with creative solutions. You will escape this. You have beings in the spirit realm that are here to help you, but you also have friends and family that will support you, help with the kids, help you personally if you need to go on some sojourn. This is all happening in divine and right timing, so just trust it. All right, I hope that was helpful. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next reading. And description of my coaching services is in the slide that comes next. All right, thanks.